Give me a couple moments here, so I'll have to do some things. Okay, I'm going to put myself on mute. Hopefully within about a minute I'll have everything loaded that I need to load, okay? Okay, I am loaded now. Now, what's happening? So I see American Airlines has had a tremendous, nice little, well, not tremendous, so it's only up a dollar, 6.7%. I do see that oh man, the AI took that Sabre. I missed that one. 958, 1020 now. Tremendous run there. I also see that it got nailed on the AYTU, unfortunately. And let me turn this on. All right, KHC, what happened to you after 2489? Now, again, this is a reload, so I don't know when the first occurrence was, 2489, so it really hasn't moved. Now, what is the market doing now? So the market's still up just a little bit off the highs. Oh man, guys, I'm still having issues. Eh, let's see. All right, I'm gonna have to put myself on mute now. I don't have my linking with my brokerage platform, so just give me a second here. All right, linking solved. Okay, hopefully that's it. What time is it? I've only wasted half an hour. So AYTU, wow. Oh man, that wasn't good. First one we've seen in a while from the AI on these cheap ones that have not just roared. But Sabre certainly is having a nice day. SABR from the AI, definitely having a nice day. I'm going to keep watching this KHC 2489. What I'm going to do is I'm going to stick an alert just around, say, 2492 or so. It's a big float. You know, we were talking about the float earlier, 1.22 billion in the float. So it's going to take a bit to move it. Who are you, Johnny Bravo? Don't know who you are. Okay, WRK. Again, this is in the watch list. All these in the watch list, of course, were short setups, but of course everything is popping now. Yeah, well, guys, so these high flyers in the morning, Novin, NOVN, AYTU, all disaster stocks right now. You guys have been talking about SFET, though. I see SFET. This is not a virus play. Can't wait for the days when we can stop talking about the virus or in virus plays. Medallia, MDLA, another one that is moving higher here. You're going to see so many charts that look like this, of course. Yesterday, big red candles. Today, somewhat of a recovery. I don't see any specific news on SFET. That's an Israeli stock, I believe. Yeah. Security Israeli stock. Yeah, it may not be dead. It may not. I'm looking at the bid-ask stacking up right now, 117, 117. AKBA is an earnings play. Look at this. This is really tanking here. Down 12%. Big area for it to try to hold is at 7. If it breaks through 7, probably some support around 670-ish. All right, guys, so I am interested, a little bit late maybe, I am interested in the 1007 Holly alert. Again, that's why I don't display the Holly alerts. But if I'm interested in one, I will tell you the time. It's the only one at 1007. Boy, SFET, something is charging this. I don't see any specific news on it right now. Last news was a financing. I don't see any specific news on it. CGEN is ripping also here. CompuGen, CGEN. What a move for it. Actually, it had not a bad day yesterday. Considering what the rest of the market did. Had a great day yesterday, in fact. All right, so this is definitely one of my focuses, the KHC, to see if it takes out 25 later on. Boy, this might be a Chrome issue. Question was in tech support, anyone experience having to refresh the room constantly to get back into the room? Keep getting disconnected. Hopefully that is not widespread. Now, if you are new into the room this morning, yeah, we've had some technical issues. If you can't see the bottom of my screen, so is there anybody who's new in the room this morning that cannot see the bottom of my screen? Only if you're new into the room this morning, if you cannot see the bottom of my screen. So Frenzel, are you saying you cannot see the bottom of my screen? Okay, so, and yesterday, of course, you could, right? Okay, so this is the fix, guys. Unfortunately, I've had to go back to using Chrome. Firefox is better in terms of the display, but somehow, you know, I got my audio. It blocked my audio after a bit this morning. So I will put the fix in the tech support area. Basically, you should be using Chrome as your browser, and you're going to have to disable the hardware accelerator. Okay, so if you can find the tech support tab, I'm actually going to just type in the instructions right there. So you should be using Chrome as your browser and then disabling the hardware accelerator. Only if you cannot see my screen. So remember yesterday I had my week stocks down shared, nothing in it today. Nothing weak that are meeting the filter requirements. And of course, strong stocks. Wow, look at NOVN. Whoa. That was really, this was maybe my number one focus this morning. When it broke over $1, look at the room it had, but man, it's just not, it's probably going to go negative. All right, AYTU just resumed. I see 1014. We're at 1014, just resumed. Yeah, this does not look good. You know what looks good is CVM. I have this thumbnail on another chart. CVM looks pretty interesting. Okay, so in Chrome, you should disable the hardware accelerator. If you can find the tech support tab, Mooch, if you can see the tech support tab within the trading room, there is actually posted the actual fix. You should be using Chrome as your browser and then disabling the hardware accelerator. You click on the browser settings, scroll down to advanced, click advanced, scroll down to where you see the hardware accelerator and disable it. Hey, Real, how are you? So, were you having this problem with Firefox when I was in Firefox for the last little while, Zizlex, or is it just now with Chrome? SFET is open now. What a run. Still don't see any news on it. I'm going to have to beg our development people because there's another one. There's the AYTU. You see we had a reentry? I'm sorry. I'm wrong. I am wrong. But I still want to beg our development people to give us a sound alert for when we have a reentry. Well, yeah, by the way, yes, in that fix with Chrome, excuse me, with the hardware accelerator, then you have to relaunch Chrome. You have to close it down and then relaunch it. All right, guys, jeez, I'm still having an issue. Could somebody check their top list windows and see if they are updating? Let me just do a reset here. That did it. Okay. Well, hopefully I have every single technical issue known to man. I have it all happen today. Get it all behind me. Okay, so now I do see some stocks that are weak and moving down. CNX, PBA, and of course, and then there's the INO. So Scotty, you said they were updating. Okay, I had to see mine was stuck at 9 something. I didn't even realize it, and I just had to do a reset of my account. Just did a reset, and that solved it. I hope, anyway. All right, so I was mentioning the 10:07 AI alert. It's not looking as good. It's basically almost back to the alert price, but I definitely will be watching it. In fact, I'm going to stick a price alert a little higher. And that is the 10:07 AI alert. So I see that one was halted earlier at 10:17. So it must have just, it is still halted. AHPI on the way down, another virus play. And thank you for popping in there, Price, and helping out Sizzlex. Gee, I'm thinking of shorting this one. There's that Pembina. $23. So there's the low of yesterday. I'm going to watch to see how well it holds this 24. What's it down? So it would be, a lot of these will be difficult to short, even though they're not down 10% today, but most of them are all down over 10%. So that uptick rule will be in effect. Boy, look at all these virus plays just getting hammered today. So this one will trigger if this HASI, yeah, this will trigger if it can get over, that's the high yesterday, 32, sorry, that's wrong, 33.65. This is trying to have a comeback like most stocks today, HASI. So we've seen some of the tankers, some of these another deep sea freight transportation, DSSI. Seeing a lot of the, I think I saw Scorpion earlier, or Scorpio earlier. Sting, I think is STNG. Scorpio tankers also. So this sector is has come alive. Yeah, like the airlines too. The airlines a little bit different because of course they're being nailed by lack of travelers. But FRO, yeah, FRO. So yeah, we're getting a lot of these tankers, tanker activity, as you say, with lower. Well, it's your broker, Sizzlex. Okay, I mean there's no easy way. Your broker will, every broker is going to be different. That's a common question we get. Can we have a filter for when a stock is not shortable? Every broker is different. So there's no way. You have to check with your broker. It's easy enough for me in IB. I see a big green dot, and then I know it's shortable. If it's a faded green, then I know it is shortable, but they have to look for stock for me. Then I'm not interested. And then every now and then I'll see a big red dot, which means it is not shortable. But that's within IB. Every broker is going to be different. Okay, so just look underneath your order entry. You see where the symbol is? And do you not see where it says shortable? And there's a dot. No, the spread is the spread. That's not broker dependent. The spread is the spread. Well, again, most of these stocks were down 10% yesterday, so that is in effect today also. So the uptick rule is in effect. It's not so much a short sale restriction, but the uptick rule is in effect. So again, if you're not familiar, those of you not familiar with what I'm talking about, it basically means that, typically you want to short something, you just go in at the ask and you get the short. Just like if you want to go long, you go in at you go in at the bid and you short it. If you want to, obviously the reverse, if you want to go long something, you just go in at the ask and you'll usually get an instant fill. But if a stock is down 10% today and you try to go in at the bid to short it, you may get a quick fill, but you usually have to have some action at the ask, and then it has to go back to the bid, and you may be in a queue of a whole bunch of other people waiting to do the same thing. So that's why it can be frustrating sometimes to try to get a short. That's if a stock is down 10% today. But if it was down 10% yesterday, that uptick rule is still in effect, even if the stock is not down 10% today. I wanted to mention this one. This is the stuff that nonsense is built on. You remember this one last week, guys? This was a potential. Well, this was a buyout. This is why you see it flatlining. Then all of a sudden, news comes out that maybe the buyout is not going to be allowed. And then today they basically come back and said, okay, we will allow it. That's just this stock was at 23. It goes all the way down to 14. Absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, fine if you were short, but imagine if you were holding this because the buyout's in effect, and then all of a sudden they come up with that crazy news, and then now it's sorry, never mind, just kidding. All right, guys, it is 10:30, so welcome to the room. If you're brand new into the room, welcome to the room. This is the format every day. I'm opening at 9, well, not every day, Monday to Friday, 9 to 3 o'clock Eastern Time, live on the mic and sharing my screen. Now, if you are brand new and you didn't hear my earlier announcement, if you cannot see the bottom half of my screen, there is a fix. If you can find the tech support tab and just scroll a little bit up, I actually have the fix. You should be using Chrome as your browser. And then you have to disable the hardware accelerator, then close your browser and reopen it. And that will solve that problem, okay? If you cannot see the bottom half of my screen. And if you've been in the room a little while and this was not an issue before, but now it is today. Basically, it's because I was using another browser which did not have that difficulty or that issue. But then we had another issue with the browser today, so I had to go back to Chrome. So that's the reason. If you are a Trade Ideas subscriber, I am sharing a lot of scans. There's two ways you can see my scans. If you click on the Scans tab within the trading room, here are all the scans that I'm sharing. Okay, you can also click on this room drive icon, looks like a half open folder. You can click on that. Scans that I share, download. Also the links that I'm going to be talking about, you can download. These will go to a Word document so you can take a look at them later on at your leisure. I will talk about some of the links right now. I will speak in greater detail about the AI and also Brokerage Plus, but right now I just want to talk about our training. Training is Monday to Friday at noon, from noon to 1 Eastern Time. This is a live Q&A session with other Trade Ideas trainers and traders. Webinars, they are Monday to Thursday at 5 o'clock Eastern Time, and they are all archived. You should have the latest beta, all right? I'm going to click on this link, show you why. If you look at your chart, your Trade Ideas charts, if you do not see a buy and sell button in the chart, then please, you should have the latest beta. So when you click on that link, just scroll down a little bit. And where it says download, the latest beta is 4.2.134. And if you're unsure of what you have, just click on help and about, and that'll tell you what you have. I'm on a development version. So you should have 4.2.134, okay? I do a daily video between 1:15 and 1:45 every day. You can sign up for that. The trade of the week is sent to you before the market opens every Monday morning. Next test drive. So the next test drive, the date is fixed, May the 11th. You click on that link. So if you fill this in, you'll be notified the details of how to get started with the test drive. It will start on May the 11th. What the test drive is, we do this, as it says, 4 times a year. The opportunity to sample Trade Ideas Premium. So it'll be just as if you were a Trade Ideas Premium subscriber. It'll cost you $8.99 for up to 10 trading days. If you're a standard subscriber, you can do the same thing. We'll upgrade you to Premium for those 10 trading days. Okay? So again, fill in the form and then you'll be notified exactly the details of how to get started with the test drive. I said we do that 4 times a year. Last one was an absolute smash hit. We had over 2,000 people registered. Before I talk about the AI, talk about our subscription. So if you click on the subscriptions tab, actually before that, I just want to talk about our ebooks that we have here. These are internal ebooks developed by Trade Ideas. The bottom 3, so again, if you click on the subscriptions tab, the bottom 3 are swing trading setups. The top one is an interesting take on earnings season. All right, so these are all Trade Ideas. In other words, they're not third party. And they're all free. If you do want to follow me on Twitter, it's stocks only. I always say that. You're not going to, no other information, okay? Just give me a second here. Just give me one moment here. It's still whippy, that DSSI. Okay. Yeah, stocks only. And we talked about the test drive. Now, a subscription to Trade Ideas. So if you want to take out a subscription right now, there's a promo code, Barry4Alpha, all in capital letters, numeric 4. Instant 15% savings off the first month only or the entire year. This is how much Trade Ideas costs. Basically, we have 4 plans. The top plan is the premium yearly plan. It would be $22.68 a year minus the 15%, or the standard yearly, $10.68 a year minus the 15%. The huge difference is the AI and with our premium to standard and the ability to auto trade anything. If you want to auto trade anything, you need our premium service. And of course, if you want the AI, you need our premium service. Now, you do not have to start off. If you're unsure about this program, you can always just start off with a standard monthly plan, $118 a month, less that 15%. Try us out. $228 a month for the premium, less the 15%. If you decide you want to upgrade and you do it within 30 days, we'll honor that 15% promo code. We pride ourselves in our support. This room is like this every day. You can ask me questions all day long. We have that Q&A session Monday to Friday at noon to 1 with other trainers and traders. We have all the webinars. So we do pride ourselves on supporting the product as best that we can possibly can. Okay? Now I will talk about the AI and Brokerage Plus. Okay, I am still interested in that 1007, but it's still kind of whippy. The 1007 AI, it's still kind of a little bit whippy, so I'm not committing to it quite yet. Well, shorts, they're buying the stock, so they got to go in at the bid if they want to cover right away. Yeah. All right. This is what the AI is all about. We have what we call 50 approximately. I don't even know anymore, but it's approximately 50 baseline strategies. This is not one of them, but if it were, the AI waits for the market to close, so has access to the latest market data, and then takes a look at every one of the strategies. And takes a look at all the filters that are in place. In the AI strategies, there are way more filters. And goes through, maybe adjusting filter values instead of between 10 and 60, maybe makes it 15 and 60, runs the back tester, maybe changes another filter value, maybe takes a filter out completely, adds one in. Obviously, even to try to do one, painstaking, I always use that term, but I used to do it. I don't do it anymore. Why would I? I let the AI do all the back testing for me. But it's a grind, and some people like to do it. I mean, that's almost like a hobby. But anyway, that's what the AI goes through, runs through 50 strategies. Obviously, only a computer can do that. And then tomorrow, we will be presented with the strategies that made the cut. Typically, making the cut is a strategy that has a win percentage of at least 2 and a profit factor of at least, a win percentage of at least 60% and a profit factor of 2. Now, personally, I don't really care about what strategies make the cut. All I care about is what alerts we got from those strategies. So that's all I care about. So if you have the AI, I would encourage you to instead of using the channel bar and loading, the Omni, in which will give you all of the AI alerts, because everything in a channel bar, I haven't even gone over my windows today with all the technical issues I had, but everything in a channel bar is a layout, so you can only have one layout loaded at a time. So what I would do is I would, click on New from the toolbar, and AI/Holly Strategies Trades window. This will open. Now, if you don't have the latest beta, then it will default just to Holly Grail, okay? So you right-click, segments, and click on all. So you will see all of the alerts from all segments, okay? And then, basically, you don't have to do anything. You just wait for the alerts to happen. There's a stop price. And, my suggestion, you just manage the trades. You don't have to take every one of them. Obviously, I'll talk about the DSSI. It's interesting, but it's still kind of choppy. The 200-day is far enough away, so that's not an issue. The best one, obviously, was the Sabre, SABR. Had an alert at 9:58, and it's 10:35 right now. Now, let me talk about Brokerage Plus. Well, another one I should talk about just before is if you want my watch list, not too active yet, but my watch list up and down, then you can click on from the toolbar, New, Channel Bar, and My Windows. Again, it's a layout, so make sure you save your layout to the cloud before you do that. If you want, you can take the 3 windows, you can save them to the cloud, then you can bring back your layout, then load my layouts back from the cloud, and then save your layout again, so you'll have it for the week. You have to do that at least Monday morning, because I change, first of all, I can change certain things. I can change some of the filters in my watch lists. And also the symbol list name changes every week. So it's an exercise you have to go through, but you just have to do it once at the beginning of the week. And then you can follow along. The watch list is created, well, the triggers. So what's happening here is that my watch list has maybe 30 symbols in it. These are the only stocks so far that have triggered from the watch list. You don't have to do anything. You can just watch them as they come in. So let me talk about Brokerage Plus. So Brokerage Plus, in its simplest form, is a trading window, shall we? Okay, it's before we had or simulation trading, which I'm going to talk about at length. You could use this as an order entry screen instead of using Interactive Broker's order entry screen. It's a lot more pleasing, okay? But we've expanded the use of it greatly. So let me talk about the simulator. So to load, and everything I'm going to talk about until I tell you is part of our standard service. So from the toolbar, Trade Ideas toolbar, click on New and then Brokerage Plus. And this window will load. Now I don't know, there's some default tabs that will load for you, but if you want to see all the tabs, then within Brokerage Plus, click on New, and here are the tabs that you have. These are the columns that I use. If you right-click on one of the headers and then click on columns, you'll see all the columns that are available. Okay, I can't, you can pick and choose which ones you want. So in its simplest form, again, I'm going to talk about the simulator. The simulator uses our real-time data, all right? So it doesn't matter what brokerage account you have. It uses our real-time data. So if you click on an alert, the symbol will load. Pick how many shares you want to trade. You pick the price you want to go in at. If you're shorting, you sell. And if you're going long, you buy. Pretty simple. These are hotkeys that we have. So you want to get out of a position, you flatten. You can get out of half your position. You can double your position, or you can reverse. In other words, you were short, now you want to go long, or you were long, you want to go short. That's the simplest way. That's the most manual way to use it. Now, what I do recommend, and so does my dog recommend it, if you can set up what we call one-click trading. I'm just keeping an eye on that 10:07 alert. You can set up what we call one-click trading. So let's say you take a look, you click on an alert, you like the way it looks on the chart, and you want to trade it. So you go back to the alert, you right-click, hover over trade, and then you'll see, I believe there's some defaults already set up for you. And you can set up your own buying and shorting options, all right? So you would just click on how you want to trade it. So let me show you how you can do that. All right, guys, I did take that trade, okay? I did take that trade now. And that's the 10:07 alert from the AI. Okay, so this is how you set it up. Strategies tab. So again, if you don't have the strategies tab, then click on new. Just watching it, guys. I'm watching. You know what I'm watching? Just give me a second here, guys. I'm just watching this. It's got a little bit spready. So just give me a moment here. And then I'll talk about how you can set up your own. Got a little bit spready. Just give me a second here. As I'm watching this, I want to see that bid catch up to the ask a little bit. So those of you with the AI, I'm sure you know what I'm doing. And if you're wondering why I'm not displaying it, again, it's not fair for those who pay for the premium service if I'm going to display the premium alerts all day long, or the AI alerts all day long. So let me just cancel out of this. I will get back to this. This is a cat and mouse game right now. Just watching to see if that bid can catch up. Sorry guys, I'm just having to watch this. This is the only time which I can't answer questions and keep explaining trade ideas. When I'm in a trade that is, it's a little bit whippy. I'm just waiting to see if the bid can catch up to that ask. We had a brief glimmer at 47. GIS, General Mills, that's General Mills, right? Nice, real, excellent, again, of course. Always appreciative that all your efforts in the room. We're completely different traders, so yeah, just sort of mild language, I know, Mick, but you try to keep it 100% clean in the room, okay? All right, guys, I have covered some of that DSSI. I was filling in the middle. I'm not 100% convinced it's going to move, so I've covered some of that DSSI. So I want to keep going here. All right, so in order to have what I was talking about was the one-click trading, right? So one-click trading, as we call it. So it's not auto trading, but it's pretty darn close. So you can set up your own one-click trading. Here's how you do it. New trading strategy. I'm sorry, go into it. Have to have the strategies tab open. Right-click on this window and then load new trading strategy. Give it a name. Is it a long or a short? And then entry time, order details, risk management, and hold time, etc. There are all sorts of things you can fill in each one of these tabs. I will go over what I do, okay, in my watch list up. You don't have to do the same thing, but I just want to show you the options that are available. So entry time. So I delay, for my watch list up, I delay it for 15 minutes. I will not get an alert until at least 15 minutes after the market opens. It's just what I'm doing. Now, these are the two key ones, the order details and risk management. They work hand in hand. If you pick position sizing based on a stop loss, which I hardly recommend, especially if you're going to do some simulated trading, okay? AIM is on the move here, guys. AIM is now through 5 again. Lots of volume coming in. Lots and lots of volume for AIM, AIM. So based on a stop loss. So what I'm doing in the simulator is I'm risking $100 a trade. Now, you have two other options, but I really suggest you start getting used to the idea of when you get into a trade, you should have an idea, but okay, if this works against me, how much am I willing to lose on the trade? So that's why I'm risking $100. I'm risking $100 in the simulator. And then risk management, I'm putting a stop. I'm using what's called this. This is a custom stop that I'm using, not available for you guys, but you can use you can try the smart stop. Smart stop in dollars. GVA is sinking here. Smart stop in dollars. Once you establish that, you see there. So if I bought this right now, GVA, the stop is 49 cents away. Okay, so when I have that set up, and then order details risking $100 a trade, that then will determine how many shares I take automatically. Let's see how that works. GVA, guys, this is disaster now. So this did not bounce at all with the market. This is now below yesterday's low, way below yesterday's low. Probably showed up here. Yeah, 1542. 890. This is, well, look at this one. Another nice one on the short side here. And the market. Look at the market, guys. So the market is, okay. Market is giving up a bit. We've already had about a 500-point swing. So look out below. Check your shorts here now, guys. I mean, and be very careful of your long plays. I shouldn't have to tell you that, but I'm going to anyway. So let me show you how this works. Now, I've got one of the alerts, or long strategies I've got is called the chart long $100 risk. What that does, and I just created this, is basically exactly the same strategy as the watch list up. I called it this so I know that is my chart long, and I'll explain what I mean by that. You see, if I right click on it, and then I check default chart long strategy, what that means is, you see the buy button I have on my chart? There's the buy button right on my chart. So if I click on this, it's going to trade that long strategy as per my trading strategy. Let me find one that's moving up, if possible. Let's take this one. I mean, this is just a demonstration. You're going to see what I mean. Okay, so notice here, now it hasn't taken the trade yet because it's actually saying to take the trade at $4.99. Let me drop it down just a little bit, and it took the trade, okay? Right on the chart. Notice it automatically took 556 shares. Why did it do that? If I take the entry price minus the stop that was used, you notice that's an 18 cents. You can see right there, 18 cents away. Now this is a moving target. This changes all the time, but at the time, so that 499 minus 480 is 19 cents. Multiply that by 556, and we get approximately $100. So I'm risking $100 on that trade. And that was just, look at AIM, guys. AIM is starting to aim higher. So do you see what I did? I created that one-click trading, basically. I used it from the chart, though. And now, right on the chart, and again, I'm just using this as demo. I'm not saying this would have been a great trade to take, but was using it as a demo. Now, I can always take this, see this line right there? I can always move it up. So I could say, I don't have to follow that stop. I can maybe say, okay, you know what though? This looks like, if this goes down below that level here, that's probably through support, so I'd want to get out here. So I can move my stop up right on the chart. And I think it just took it out. It just took it out. Should have anyway. There, you see it just took it out, closed. See, so I moved it up. So I didn't lose 100 because I moved the stop up. Hopefully all that makes sense. I'm all out of that. Okay, I obviously I can talk about it now. The DSSI. So I was, I didn't like this a lot, but I got in at 11. What was it, 11:22? And I sold some right up here at 11:38. Now it's close enough in terms of because I do a video, so I just like to mark things up, and I'm all out of it now. All right, so hopefully, yeah, again, you can ask me questions all about what I've just gone over. Now, the other thing you can do, instead of starting from complete scratch and creating a new trading strategy, you can take, say, my windows. Now, I may start doing it again. I haven't been the market when we have intraday 3, 4, 500 point swings. It's I found it very difficult to auto trade the entries of these. The market will settle down at some point, and I will start auto trading the entries, which I'll go over. But if you wanted to, though, you could, if you load my windows, you can save them to the cloud, or you can create an alert window of your own. Save it to the cloud, and I'll show you what I mean. So let's take the Momo up. I'm going to save that to the cloud. Save. So now it's in the cloud. So now I can, if I get back into this, click on the Strategies tab, right click, load from cloud. So you see what I've done? Instead of creating I'm going to take something that I've created, I'm going to load it from the cloud. There it is, Momo up. I left click on it and then load it and add it. So now it's added. Now I have to do the same thing. Now I have to go into it and now create this trading strategy. Now I can't tell you what to do, but you just create your own trading strategy. Okay, so all of that is part of our standard service, including the ability to trade your own account if you have an interactive broker's account. You do need an interactive broker's account. We are looking to add other brokerages. We're in talks with E-Trade. I cannot tell you when or even if that's going to happen, but we are in talks with other brokerages. So again, all part of the standard service. You want to trade your IB account, you can, and of course use this as a simulator, you can. All part of the standard service. Here is when you would need our premium service. If you wanted to turn a strategy on and auto trade it, say you wanted to auto trade like I was talking about, I used to be auto trading the entries only. Well, never mind the entries only. Auto trading my watch list up and down. So what I would do is I would go to the strategy, right click, and enable it. See how it's now turned on? I just enabled them. Okay, now these two are turned on. That means that if I get an alert, it'll automatically take those trades based on this trading strategy, as I filled in everything. Okay? We make you turn them on every morning, the ones that you want, force you to, you have to know that you are auto trading. So to do that, you have to have our premium service. If you did want to auto trade the AI, you need our premium service, and also you have to buy Brokerage Plus. It's a one-time fee, $1,100, and minus any promo that is on right now, my 15%. So it's a one-time licensing fee. What that means is if you decide that you want to stop trading for whatever reason and unsubscribe from Trade Ideas, and then you come back to us, you resubscribe, Brokerage Plus is waiting for you. So it's a one-time licensing fee. You only have to buy Brokerage Plus if you want to auto trade the AI. Okay, hopefully that is clear. Well, you shouldn't be. I mean, you should be using our simulator. Are you talking about to your live account? I wouldn't do that. I mean, there is a way to toggle back and forth. I think it'd be way too confusing, to be honest, Wolfhound. One or the other. You cannot be connected. I mean, you cannot be connected. I mean, if you choose simulated, then you're just in simulated mode. I would not be toggling back and forth or checking them both. Okay, I would not be doing that. Now, I know you can, but I just wouldn't. I mean, listen, if you can, if it's really clear in your, I know I couldn't. I've got too many other things going on. I don't want to confuse the issue by, oh man, did I take that as a simulated trade or is that my real account? Okay, I don't need that aggravation. Wow, what a great alert here. Look at that CEQP from my watch list. 890, 738 now. How's the GVA doing? 1542. So I'm still interested in this one. Hasn't moved that much, but what a great alert. CEQP. Okay, Jeff, when you say how do you get alerts, when you say the alerts, what alerts are you talking about? You have a standard user, so I mean, these are all alerts all day long. You can create your own, of course, scans and get alerts from them, or you can, I mean, I'm sharing a lot of scans. You can click on the scans tab and here are all the scans that I'm sharing, or you can click on that room drive, half open folder, and scans that I share download. So when you say how do you get the alerts, what are you talking about exactly? Okay, so are you talking about, I mean, this, your time and, I mean, all brokers have this. So, I mean, this is the time and sales with Interactive Brokers. So, I mean, I don't know who your broker is, but I mean, that is your broker will have that. And the volume, well, I mean, we've got the volume, we've got volume always. Does that answer your question? Well, reading the screen, I mean, you'll see my alerts coming through, but I mean, if you have the program, what I would do is I would load them into your layout. Create a layout, your own layout. I mean, you can always create your own. I mean, I don't know what your style of trading is, but you can always create your own alert windows. You might be a pullback player. You might want something. I'm a momentum player. So I love seeing stocks making new highs or new lows for the day. They may not be your style. But if I were you, I mean, you can read the screen, but I would be, I mean, I would be loading these windows, saving them, and if you want, then bring them back into your layout if that's what you want to do. So a swing up player, as an example, now you notice it auto traded these. It auto traded these because I had the auto trading on. Oh well, every day there are plays. I had technical issues, so I wasn't really. I had a lot of technical issues this morning, both on my side, my computer, and then in the trading room. So, but there are lots of lots of plays, of course, every day. Now this one here, this CEQP, because I reloaded. This is not the first time this alert would have. Well, let me make sure. Yeah, it's hard for me to know because the alerts would start at around 9:45. No earlier than. My guess is that we had these would have been triggered earlier, but when I had to reload trade ideas several times, I'm losing the first instance of the alert. These are just alerts, okay, Jeff. Don't confuse. These are ideas, okay. I do not take obviously. Well, I shouldn't say obviously, but I mean, I don't take every trade. These are just ideas. All right. So typically, what I do is I'm looking. I get there's the idea. I click the chart. I check daily, monthly, weekly. Do I like what I see? If I like what I see, maybe I take the trade. Obviously, because of what I'm doing in the room, moderating and explaining, I mean, a lot of this is I'll call it more general information for people. If they have my program, they will be making up their own minds whether or not they want to take a trade or not. So these are, obviously I do not take every trade. So these are real-time alerts that are happening, okay? The Dreamer, I'm not sure. I've never used a moving average stop. I would think so because the moving average does, but I'm not sure. Try it just try it and see what happens in the simulator. I'm just not sure. So does that make sense, Jeff? I mean, you may be misunderstanding what all these are about. These are just these are ideas. I mean, that's why the program is called Trade Ideas. These are ideas. These stocks are triggering because they're meeting all the filter requirements. My Momo down as an example. So if I look here, these are the filters that I have in place. Again, we talked about filters yesterday. Filters are so important, of course, because it basically takes the universe of stocks down to a manageable number. In other words, if I just said, well, show me all the stocks that made a new low today, I could have thousands, okay? So that's why you put filters in place. So, I'm only looking at stocks between 10 and 60 and so on. So if all these filters are met and then a stock makes a new low, I get a real-time alert. So at 10:54, that's the last alert that came in. Yeah, I do it daily. So right now, so you see, these are the symbols that have triggered from the watch list. In my watch list that I have, I maybe have, I don't know, 25 or 30 symbols. I'm not sure. These are the ones that triggered because, just like here, they meet the filter requirements. One of the key filters is that the stock has to be above yesterday's high or below yesterday's low. If that doesn't happen, then even though they're in the watch list, I will not get an alert for them. Okay? So what happens once the market closes today, I will take a look at the watch list and I will go through each one of them again, not just the ones that triggered. And I'll say, I'll make a determination whether I think a stock could be carried over for tomorrow's watch list. How I do that is by looking at the daily, weekly, monthly chart, and I just basically check to see whether or not I think a stock still has what I call room. And room meaning, is there, where is the resistance on a daily, weekly, and monthly chart? Is there some near-term resistance? If there is, then it probably doesn't make my watch list, because everything in the watch list, it's not just designed for a one-day hold. I'm not saying you should hold them any longer than one day if you get in it. But I'm just saying they are designed because there's usually room on the longer-term time frames. So that's the first exercise. So I go through every stock in the watch list, today's watch list, and then I'll again make the determination if a stock should be carried forward to tomorrow's. Then I have some scans that I look at once the market closes to try to find new stocks that will be watch list worthy. And again, it's the whole exercise is looking at the daily, weekly, monthly. And so if I see a stock that I think we should watch this one tomorrow, then it gets added to the watch list tomorrow. And that's, so it's an exercise that I go through, every day. And then all you have to do is load the windows and wait for the alerts to happen. Okay, so obviously last night, Jeff, the email was highlighting a huge winner, from the AI. You don't have the AI though, okay? So those emails will be highlighted, or will highlight something that probably was spectacular in the AI. The market down at 2,000 points, the AI was able to find several stocks that actually moved higher, and they were the virus stocks. One of them was not. Okay, so you don't have the AI. So I'm not sure you understand. I mean, the trigger for PBA at 1114, it made another new low. Because my trigger is a new low. It made another new low with these filters still in place. I'm maybe not explaining it correctly. I'm not sure. Let me get a simpler one here. Let me get a simpler one. Maybe this will make a little more sense. Okay. This is what I call... Yeah, but you said you have a standard... But you told me you have the standard service. You said, I'm a standard user. So that's what you said. You're a standard user. Okay, so, well, if you click on new channel bar and you click on the AI, nothing should load. Maybe you don't know. Maybe you have the premium service and you don't know it. Because if you click on this and you're a standard user, this should be disabled. My windows are part of the standard service. So all these other, every channel in the channel bar except for the AI channels are part of the standard service. The AI is a premium service. So when you click on that, you shouldn't see anything. And if you do, that means you're a premium subscriber and you don't know it. Just because you see it, yeah, click on it. But make sure you save your layout to the cloud before you do that. Just because you see it here doesn't mean that you've got it, okay? It would be too hard for us to disable, if you're a standard service, just to have these channels invisible to you, I guess. The Omni AI is just showing you all the alerts from the three different AIs that we have. But just click on it. or you can do this. If you from the toolbar click on New, and then AI/Holly Strategies Trades window. What happens when you do that? Okay. Well, it shouldn't be mostly blank. It should be blank. If you click on that, if you click on this window right now, you should see nothing. Well, when you say info, you mean there are stocks? There is a stock symbol in there? Yeah, but do you see a stock symbol? Do you do me a favor, please do this for me. Can you find the new from the new in the toolbar? Click on New, and then click on AI/Holly Strategy Trades window. What do you see? You might see column headings or something, but you shouldn't see any symbols. I'm just asking, do you see symbols? Stock symbols. Can you see my screen, Jeff? I mean, I'm hoping I'm not going too quickly, but I'm just asking you, click on New, and then the AI/Holly Strategy Trades window. That's all you have to do. So you see I've turned the auto trading on, and it took these three shorts. Would have got them in earlier, but again, because I reloaded trade ideas, I don't see where they first were triggered. Okay. Okay, so you're not in the AI. I mean that you're in auto surfing or something. This is or surfing. That's just a tap. So turn it off. If you can't see it, take your toolbar and stretch it out so you can see surfing, and then put it on pause. So you don't have the AI, Jeff. Okay, I mean what an alert here. Now, the GVA I'm still really interested in, especially if this market keeps moving down. There's no support. Well, I shouldn't say that. It's not a lifetime low, but I'm going back to 2012, so I don't care if anything. I mean, this just has to continue to break down the GVA. I mean, look at this, 890 down to 7. I mean, what a percentage move for the CEQP. Remember, oh, how long ago? An hour ago? I was showing you this. It was empty. Remember? Yeah, and only 65 shares it took because of the stop. The stop was, I mean, look at the stop. I mean, that's 917, entry was at 760. So that's why it only took 65 shares. And TRGP, Real's been talking about that one. I mean, this is just, I mean, we are in some, take your pick, CEQP, TRGP. Yeah, I mean, it was up 700 points at one point, a little over 700. Pilgrim's Pride is on the move down also from the watch list. Now BJRI. Wow, look at this. I mean this. So you're seeing the simulator in action on auto trading, guys. Okay. So if you're doing that, you have to watch the ebb and flow, because right now we're at the mercy of the market. The market keeps moving down. These shorts should do very well. The minute it stops, was there another question? I may have missed a question. So the Dreamer, did you try? Just try it to see what happens on that moving average. I'm just not sure. I've never tried that stop. Look at American Airlines now, starting to drift down too. Well, Jeff, I mean, as a standard player, as a standard user, you can create your own alert windows. Okay? I mean, you want to follow what I'm doing, fine. And if you want to load, I mean, I've got all these other scans here. If you don't want to, if you don't want to create your own, I mean, I've got a lot of scans here. One of them you mentioned, stop it. Just a second. One of them, you mentioned that you like to swing long. Okay, well, one of them is called trend reversal. If you click on the scans tab, one of them is called trend reversal. So these are stocks that might be, where is it now? There, a trend reversal up. You can click on that link and you can take a look at it. These are stocks that have been kind of beaten up. You may not see very many right now. So what you get as a standard user is the ability to create your own alerts. I mean, and of course, yes, you can follow me all day long. And the room, yes, but I mean, it's way more than that. Well, my goodness. Yeah, don't, yeah, the questions are fine. I'm going to start just flattening out these positions. So if you are simulated, if you are using the trading simulator, so I'm in this one, right? This simulator, 767. So I'm watching the chart now. So you see, I mean, is it going to hold 7? Now I only have 65 shares in the simulator, so it's not that big a deal. But what you should also be really keeping an eye on is the max P&L and the max P&L. You don't want to get a situation where you're up $227 and then all of a sudden you just keep sliding, and then you get out with only a $50 gain. Okay, that's why if you're going to treat this like this is your real account, you're practicing for real, then you really have to be watching it. Now the other thing, let me see if I can see, look at one of these. Okay, guys. Now, I do apologize. You probably know which one I'm in. I've been talking about it forever. Now I'm just watching it now to see if it can take out that whole number. There are too many. I mean, so many to pick from today right now. I mean, this is just awesome. So you probably know the one. I have covered some now. And look, it's the GVA. I mean, I only talked about it incessantly, so. Now I'm going to close out the box. I'm just going to, just going through these. It took a lot of shares. So on this point, I'm up almost $500 in the simulator on these trades, and that's including that $66 loss that was just a practice one. Yeah, look at that. So the Dow now has gone negative. SPY is barely positive. So the Dow has gone negative now. This is sort of the reverse of my favorite day. My favorite day typically is a day in which the market has gapped down and then recovers. You get a lot of fantastic bounce plays. This is just the reverse. The market obviously gapped up huge and now it is sinking. So it's giving us tremendous looking shorts. Woof, what a day. Seems like years ago I was long that DSSI. So, Jeff, is that somewhat clear now? You know, your standard subscription is not just about watch. I mean, you listen. You can do what you want. I mean, you just want to watch the alerts that are happening. That's fine. But I would download these windows so that you can have them in your layout, so you can kind of see what's going on. I mean, I know you can see what's going on if you look at my screen, but so this is a nice distance from the exit price is another great metric. Now, unfortunately, when you're short, it doesn't look. This is telling me that I'm 30 cents away from when I got out of it, which means that's not because it's a short. It's going to say minus 30. So I mean, if I were still in it, I'd be still up 30, like another 30 cents times the number of shares. Okay. Boy, this would have had a way more shorts had it taken it closer to the, there's the 890. It only took it at 760. Okay, so Jeff, you can only have one channel loaded, one layout loaded at a time. All right. So every time when you click on a channel, sorry, when you click on the channel bar and you load anything from a channel bar, you can only have one layout loaded at a time. So yes, when you click on the account builder and then you click on my window, your account build, you'll lose you'll lose it. You can only have one layout loaded at a time. Now, if you loaded, are you saying you have? Boy, this is going to get complicated. If you've got, if you can, if you have two layouts displayed, then it's going to get a little complicated. All right. Culvert. Anybody watch Better Call Saul last night? Sorry, I shouldn't make any references like that. Oh, I got you. I got you. Okay. Well, I didn't give away much. You'll see when they talk about culvert. Okay, yeah, I'm not giving away anything. Oh my gosh, look at this. I mean, this is so it just took Luminex. Let's see what Luminex is going to do now. Well, I'm just sitting back now, guys. I mean, I had a very nice trade on that GVA. and modest one in the DSSI. There's the other one that is just disaster. KHC, another lifetime low right now. And actually, PPC continued down. So again, that's 17 cents minus 17. That's telling me I covered, well, now 19 cents away. So if I hadn't covered it, I'd be up another 19 cents. This one is, see, now that would be on the good side because this was a long. Hopefully this makes all sense, guys. So wherever I got out, it is now 22 cents away. So that was a good exit. Yeah, the posted trades, because the first one was an AI trade. I don't post those trades, and the other one, the GVA, I was in the middle of explaining stuff, but I talked about it incessantly. Okay, the GVA. I mean, I could post it now. The other one is an AI trade, which I don't post. So I still have some left, but not a lot. Worried about it trying to break through 15. But I kept saying that was my number one focus, the GVA. It has no support whatsoever. I was watching it right in this area here. Right there is where I watched it. Seeing if it would have a different well, the symbols will be the symbols will be different. Yeah, I mean the symbols that you get will be different every day. Yes, because I'm updating my watch list exactly. Boy, I'm stunned at the CEQP continues to move down. How did what was that, OVV? Let's see what that one is doing. Oh, wow. So this one just got creamed, of course, yesterday with everything else, and it had it was up in the pre-market quite a bit. Market opens, collapse. Ooh, cruisers, yeah, NCLH. Wow. What's CCL doing? Same, yeah. And I'm sure RCL is doing the same thing. Same. Well, box continued down, so I mean, obviously, One moment, please. All right, sorry about that. Had to take that phone call. All right, now let's take a look at what's happening here. So again, keeping an eye on what's the market doing. See, the market's putting in a little recovery, so I'm just going to flatten out of these things. You know, market is putting a little bit of a recovery. They were going down because the market was going down, so I'm just going to flatten out. Okay, that's what you should be doing. You're watching what the market's doing. You can always get back into trades. So remember, at one point it was up almost $500, so I gave up 200 by maybe not paying as close attention as I should have. And as this market recovers, I'm out of the GVA also. I really like the GVA on a 15 break. Takes out 15 later on. And stick an alert down here. Create a price alert. So now the market's up 130. Okay, yeah, wow. I mean, we're getting so used to this now, though, aren't we? We're getting used to these 200, 300, 400 swings within the day in such a short period of time. So we have some halts. Whoa, look at this. We've got the NCL8. Oh. How funny is that? So this is halted on the way up, and my guess is that CCL is halted on the way up. Yeah, so look at the bounces they had. So just when you think, just short them, just chase that short down. A glimmer of hope for the, so they all got halted. Look at this, they all got halted right after another. RCL, CCL, and NCLH, three big cruisers. No, three of them are, but they're on the way up. All three of them on the way up. And AAL. It's like, okay, evidently the virus is cured. The airlines are screaming higher. Cruisers are screaming higher. And I'm kidding when I say evidently the virus is cured. I'm kidding. So that's why you have to keep an eye on the shorts, which were dropping down because the market was dropping down. All these shorts were all fantastic as the market was dropping down. Now, they may be just pausing. You know, do we really trust that this market is going to keep going higher? You know what stock was high was FDP yesterday, and so let's get a show of hands on why FDP was high yesterday. Not a show of hands. Let's get some answers in the off topic. Why do you think it was higher? FDP. See how many of you are really paying attention to what's going on. Okay, so he's going to help the cruisers and help the airlines. No takers on the FDP? Danielle, you win a gold star. Absolutely. Canned goods are flying off the shelves. You win that's the reason. So Campbell's soup. I don't know if Campbell's soup is up today, but it's not up today, but See, look at yesterday. Well, it was up at one point. It was down yesterday, but FDP certainly. I mean, look at the day it had yesterday. When every other stock, not every other stock, but most stocks were down. So this is now sitting right on the 200-day moving average also. 13, 30, 16, 30, 17 right now. Yeah, I don't know what a toilet paper stock is. I mean, it's crazy. Ooh. Sorry, just a minute. Probably, yeah. PG could be one, but it's such a big 2.5 billion, on the float and all, and it's like it'd be interesting to see. No, I don't think there are any like just make paper toilet paper. But P&G is so many other things. CLW, okay, there we go. Clearwater Paper. Well, GVA now, guys. I'm not in it anymore, but GVA, what's the market doing? Yeah, the market just took a dive again. So GVA, look at that. I'm not in it. Unfortunately, I got rid of the last bit I had. Yeah, boy, you trust this? Holy smokes, it's 11:55, guys. I have to bow out now. The guys will start their Q&A at 12 o'clock. Well, it crept up on me. So I'm just going to stop my YouTube feed right now and let the guys get set up for the Q&A.